Bookies, and today we're going to go over some fantasy book recs that I got from last year. So let's get started. So again, these are books that I read last year or have started reading this year, and I thought that I should recommend them to you. They're all fantasy books, of course. The first one being The Blood Trials by N.E. Davenport. This one I didn't particularly like that much. I thought it was a little bit too worldy, but it's really cool. So it's like an assassin book. This is a duology. I think the sequel just came out or is about to come out, in which a young black woman must survive deadly trials in a racist and misogynistic society to become an elite warrior. And I think there was something about her family or something like that. I can't remember. It's been like a year. But I know a lot of other people gushed about this, so I wanted to give you a chance, because while I may not like something, that doesn't mean I can't recommend it, because I can appreciate what a good book is, and that sometimes we just don't click. One that I absolutely love from last year is Sofi and the Bone Song by Adrienne Tooley. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a standalone book about this girl who is in a very bardic society. Bards are highly revered and everything. Her own father is one of the master bards. And she's been training to take his job over and everything. This is what her whole life's been about. And then she does the final audition, but this random girl who she's never seen, who's never trained before, just randomly gets it. And then the next day her father dies. So she has to personally train this girl who has stolen her birthright. And it's about them figuring out how the hell this actually happened. If you're wanting something for your younger kids, whatever, because I know I don't recommend this a lot, I wish I had a Wookie. Was super cute. It is Star Wars little rhymes and poems that are perfect for young children, especially like little nighttime stories. If you're looking for something that has a Percy Jackson feel to it, Zachary, Ying, and the Dragon Emperor by Xiran Zhao is absolutely perfect. Basically, they call it their Yu-Gi-Oh book, I believe. But basically, this young kid has to team up with a former Chinese emperor to fight other kind of Chinese emperors. It's very hard to explain, but trust me, it's amazing. Go into it a little blind. It is perfect that way. Another one perfect for Percy Jackson fans is Skandar and the Unicorn Thief. This one is a little out there, but stay with me. So in this society, our young hero is living in the society where there's these unicorn trials. There's this whole school and everything like that. And he gets chosen to go. And it's really hard to explain, but obviously it's the chosen one trope. He gets the unicorn that he really shouldn't have. There shouldn't be anything like this, blah, blah, blah. Chosen one trope, chosen one trope. But yeah, absolutely magnificent book. I went into it thinking I was going to hate it, and I came out loving it. Looking for something that has a Viking feel to it, The Valkyrie's Daughter by Tiana Warner was really good. In this story, our hero is kind of this unremarkable character. They weren't really destined for anything until they kind of took the bull by the horns and made their fate so. They are one of the only people that can save their village. So yeah, but a lot of Viking feels if you're looking for something like that. If you're looking for something that has a gothic feel to it, Belladonna by Adalyn Grace is going to be the one that you go to, which is about our main character who is trying to uncover this mystery of what happened to her mother and all of these people, because ever since she was born, she's been orphaned, and she's just been kind of moving from guardian to guardian until they somehow mysteriously die. If you're looking for something that is sea themed and stuff like that, Skin of the Sea and Soul of the Deep, both of them by Natasha Bowen, was really good. Think Little Mermaid, but not exactly Little Mermaid. It's more it's better. It's more fantasy driven. It deals a lot in African mythology and stuff like that. It's a really good read. If you're looking for something with vampires, Direwood by Catherine Yu. I didn't find it that good. I had some issues with it, but the story was pretty decent. Our main character finds themselves going into a vampire den willingly in order to save their friends. Another vampire tale, because I read a couple of vampire tales last year, Mere Mortals by Erin, Jade, Lange, about these two kind of siblings that have been vampiring around for a while. They are kind of young vampires. And when they make a little bit of a boo-boo in the beginning, they get scolded by the vampire council and sentenced to live as humans for a period of time. They have to prove themselves in order to regain their vampire-ness, but things go a little awry when strange stuff starts happening in the town that they're assigned to live in. I'm also going to recommend The Buried and the Bound, which I have heard people talk about as cottagecore fantasy, but I didn't really feel that way. But hey, if you read it and you feel that way, that is entirely fine. That is your opinion. Anyways, so basically this is a multi-POV story surrounding these three people. And the main plot of it is one of them is cursed. He got cursed when he was younger to never remember his true love, which is a little bit of a problem. Also, the rest of his family is a lot of cursed. And they start to enlist the help of this person who kind of goes in between the different realms and stuff like that. Kind of like bounty hunter like. And they band together to figure out what the heck is going on, and they meet up with the third person along the way. It's pretty good. I liked it pretty good. Yeah, I'm also going to recommend Sorcery Thorns because obviously it is library-esque. So if you're looking for something that is library-filled, this is going to be your book. Sorcery Thorns follows our main character who accidentally kind of witnesses her, I don't want to say supervisor, no, not charge, that would be her, the person over her, their death. She witnesses them die, and she has to defeat this evil and stuff like that. When she does, she's kind of shrouded in like this mystery of who cast this evil, what are they going for, and why are they attacking all of the libraries in this region. I also read a really cute graphic novel called The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill. This one is so cute. It's about this our young main character who is kind of forced into this role as moth keeper. So every sundown they have to take the moths and they travel across the countryside to go and get food and stuff like that, and then they have to bring them back before daybreak. It's a very lonely job, and a lot of it goes into isolation and stuff like that. Their backstory is very good, and most of it is told without words. I also read The House That Whispers by Lin Thompson, which is a little bit of a ghost story, kind of like ghost story, wherein our main character, who is in the closet about being trans, is struggling to come out, but is also feeling this ghostly presence in the house while they are trying to uncover their family's secrets. I also read A Door in the Dark, which is a dark fantasy tale. Might be one for you if you're looking for something like that. In this one, our main character is with a group of people at an academy when a sudden burst of magic portals them through this door, and they end up on the other side of this mountain region in the middle of the wilderness. I kind of called it in my review, what did I call it exactly? I called it Lord of the Flies-esque, and it feels very Lord of the Flies-esque because most of it focuses on survival when one of the people that is transported, who arrives dead, is mysteriously taken by some unseen force and then possessed, and it follows them, stalks them, kills them throughout this journey back to their home. Twain Crowns by Catherine Weber and Catherine Doyle. I had to see which one I had already named, was pretty good. The book is a dual POV between these two sisters who are twins. one of them didn't know that she had a twin because because she is the princess, and she's been kind of like told lies about her family history and stuff. When her twin comes to the castle and kidnaps her twin and sends her on a journey, and they basically swap places, yeah, havoc happens, because the other's twin is secretly a witch who's been training to kill this person called the King's Breath, who's kind of like guardian over the princess, and to stop this malicious thing that's going to happen because they're committing basically a genocide on witches. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is Sunbearer Trials by Aidan Thomas. This one was such a fun fantasy read, and it is kind of Hunger Games like. Every 10 years there is this event called the Sunbearer Trials, where a sacrifice has to be made, and there is an event held to figure out who the sacrificee will be and who will be doing the sacrificing, like who's gonna be sacrificed and who's going to be doing the action that causes the sacrifice. So it's our main character's journey through that. They are a Jade. They are not actually supposed to be there, but they are chosen, and it's their fight to survive. And yeah, that is a lot of fantasy regs. I've read a lot of fantasy. I'm getting back more into fantasy, I feel like, especially more recently. But yeah, there's a ton of different styles of fantasy. This is a very wide rec video, because I like to hit different points of fantasy, because fantasy is such a major genre with such tiny little umbrellas under it. But yeah, anyways, that is it. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!